right now. You have this terrible situation that's happening in college after college in this country of a complete intolerance for speech which is not, quote, politically correct. It's come to be a new term that's used, politically correct speech. It's a terrible term. It's a disgraceful term. Correct speech ought to be speech which expresses what a person believes, what he thinks to be the truth. And it's a disgrace that in universities of all places, there should be the kind of censorship that is in fact being imposed. Most important of all, what's important is not only freedom to speak, but freedom to listen. I don't think freedom to speak includes being subsidized by anybody. I don't believe it includes freedom to use government facilities like a hall to give a speech. What it includes is, on the one hand, the right to hire a hall, to say what you want, and second, and most important, not for the speaker, but for everybody else, the right of everybody else to listen, to hear what they want to hear. And what's happening now is not so much restriction on freedom of speech, but a restriction on freedom to listen. If a professor says something in a course that other people don't like, they come in and disrupt the course so that nobody can listen to him. The people who want to hear him can't hear him. And I think that's absolutely disgraceful. In fact, I think the most important single virtue, human virtue, is tolerance. And tolerance grows out of humility. If you really know the answers, if you really believe that you have the truth, the ultimate truth, you can't. How can you tolerate? How can you let anybody sin? If you really know what sinning is, can you let them sin? No. So the source of tolerance is the recognition that none of us has the truth. We may have very strong feelings, we may have very strong beliefs, but we always have to recognize the possibility. I like to quote a statement that Oliver Cromwell made, which he didn't really believe, but he states it very well, even though he doesn't believe it. By the bowels of Christ, he said, I beseech you, bethink you, you may be mistaken. And that's what's important, and each of us has to believe, well, now, I'm pretty damn sure I'm right. I'm pretty sure I'm right. But there is a chance I may be wrong, because the other fellow also thinks he's right. And who am I to say that somehow or other the views he holds are less good than the views I hold? So I ought to be free to try to persuade him of my view. He ought to be free to persuade me of his view. But neither of us have the right to coerce the other through physical intimidation.